Hi guys, this is going to be a video response for the Wargaming for Fun challenge of building terrain on a CD. I'm going to use this as an opportunity because I'm off for a week now to fill in some of the gaps in my terrain collection that we need to roll up randomly so we're playing games for fun. Some of the mysterious terrain there that I'm missing, I've got a couple which I'm going to put onto CD, so I know it might be classed as cheating in a certain way, but I think I need basing and I'm finishing them off as well, so they're going to get a bit of love. So rather than just being the two there, which I'm going to use this guy here as the Sorcerer's Portal, and then I've got an Elven Waystone I'm working on now as well, so I'm going to base with like flock, etc. And I'm also going to work on a weirding well. So a couple of times we've had nothing that really looked like a well to represent it, so we're going to work on that. And then, because I play Orcs as well, and we have rolled it up a few times, I'm going to make an idol of Gork as well on my spare CDs. So rather than just doing the one CD, I'm going to do 4. So hopefully I'll make up for the fact that some of the things are partially started. So I'm going to follow this up now with my progress as and when I have any. So I'm going to add it all together as one video and post it up. So hopefully you enjoy what you see. Thanks very much. So moving along a little bit then, I had some offcuts, so I decided on an extra thing I was going to do as well, so there's an extra one there. So that's to start my banestone. I just carved out a chunk of foam. I used blue insulation from my board. I can't remember where I bought it from, but I've had it for ages. So it's that kind of thick stuff. And then I used the same thing then to cut a round circle for the well, in that case. And the offcuts I then used so I'm going to do, I think it's an Ultra Cane I'm planning on, I can't remember which one it was, with something with blood in anyway, so it's going to be filled with blood coloured water effects. Stuck a few cocktail sticks in the foam there to make it a bit more menacing and banestoney. Just so you know what I did with the other ones as well, that's carved out of foam as well, obviously you can probably tell it's a similar kind of shape. Tried to carve some elven runes in, put a bit of paint on it, so I'll be repainting that because it looks a bit cack. What I did with this ring, first off, the little part there is just the ice cream containing the other ones with the chewing gum in the bottom. Then we've got some jewellery I stole off my other half, filled up with glue, so hot glue. I just filled it all up with and pressed it into it, made some weird shapes out of it and painted it up. Next step now for all of them actually is going to be just adding some basic material, so I've got some gravelly stuff there that'll go on the bottom, then I'll paint it black. Also on the well I'm going to carve in some brick effects on there to make it look like an actual well. And then once I've got the base stuff on there, I'll add some details to all of them, so some skulls and heads and weapons and stuff on the base, so no doubt some water effects in the middle. I have to plug up the hole in the middle of the CD, otherwise it'll drop out mind. And some water effects in there, and again make it all stony and everything as well, so that should go in. Next plan, just get the gravelly stuff on them first though, and I'll do another video then to see how we're looking at that point. So I've covered the base in the gravel on all of them now. Just waiting for the glue to dry, so it's not a lot I can do at the moment, so just following her up. Looking pretty cool. It's going to get me a lot more scenery on the board and a lot more options scenery wise, which is cool. It's always something that I always forget to do and neglect for ages, and then I have a fit of it and then get a lot done. But ideally I want to get these done this week. As I said, I'm off. I don't do a lot of hobby stuff generally anyway. I might do some painting as well if I can do. Hopefully can fit some time in for that. But I wouldn't want to get a couple more games up so I can do some battle reports for you, for everyone to watch as well. But I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing as I'm going along, rather than just showing you the finished product, which is probably what I would be inclined to do normally. But yeah, it's looking quite cool. Now, you notice some of the mistakes you make when you've built something in the past and you've rushed it, or just you're trying to work on it and forgotten about it for ages. Like the paint jobs in general on these are awful, but it's playable as terrain, but I'd like to do it a bit better if I can do so. Hopefully I'll fix that as well. And if not, at least I got 5 pieces of terrain, so if it's not quality, it's quantity. So it gets a lot done for me anyway. Alright then, follow up when I've base coated some of it and added a couple of details on there and show you what I've done. So hopefully I'll do that later on today. Back again then, and like you can see, I've based the models with a brown paint now as well, so they look like they're on bases, and the stone effects then in grey. Added a few spikes to the banestone on there, painted them in black now, so we're painting them up in metal, adding some extra details to the base. The weirding well then, scored out the sides to make it look like brick effect, and did a couple of layers of dry brushing of grey paint on it. Repainted the Elven Waystone, make it look a little bit more stony. I prefer that now, it's a lot less light. And then we're doing the additional one I said I was going to do, which is the Altar of Corn. I know I said Cain, but I couldn't do the Cain symbol, so I'm making a Chaos random one, so the same effect. And I made a little 8-pointed star out of toothpicks, which I glued together with a hot glue gun. So again, I'll paint that up in metallic-y colours then. Also my previous thing, I've done the same with the base in there. So the Sorcerer's Portal, that's what it was going to be. Repainted the bottom to make it look less pale, more stony. So I'm going to flock the bases on them now, or a little while. I'm going to add in some water effects, or I might just do it with hot glue melted in there to fill it up with some liquid, the same in there, paint that red, and then add a few details to it, but it's coming on quite quickly, nearly finished now, and 5 pieces of terrain, not bad going. Back again, so as you can see I've flocked the bases now as well, painted the metal parts of the banestone, you can't really see it, the spikes in Balkan metal as well, there we go, and the same for the 8-pointed star on the altar there. I haven't added in the water effects yet, and I'll have to plug up that little hole in the middle of the CD so it doesn't drip out the bottom of the weirding well. Won't have the same problem with that one because I've just hollowed out a bit of foam there, so it won't go through anyway. And then all done pretty much, bar any extra detail I want to chuck on, such as skulls and shields. I'll probably put a shield in the centre of the star to hide the glue so much. Maybe chuck some weapons around the bottom of the banestone, but I have to paint them up as well. Maybe a few skulls if I can find it. Oh, there's a little hole on that one I need to plug up with another spike. But basic scenery on a CD, and it's things that you could potentially use in every single game, you know, if you roll them, and you're always scrabbling for alternatives whenever you do roll them if you don't have anything that fits the bill. So that's 5 of the weird pieces of scenery sorted out now. I'm going to work my way through the rest of them now as well. I want to do a brewery, definitely a Bugman's Brewery, because I have a dwarf army and I love the fluff for them, so I'd like to have a brewery for them. And we do play with Bretonians as well, so Grail Chapel might be nice as well, although I think I might leave that to the person who plays Bretonians because I'm not a massive fan of them. But yeah, it looks pretty good. It's definitely tabletop worthy. Definitely a lot better than making do with what you've got, just to fill the scenery up with loads of random bits and bobs. And you know, obviously it's part of the game as well, so painted armies make it look nicer and the scenery makes it look nicer, so all in all I'm pretty pleased, pretty quick. I know some of the stuff has started already, but it's, like I said, I mean, with this competition, the idea was to get stuff finished. Projects that we've been waiting there, sat there for ages, and now we're done. So that's going to be populating my battlefields, my battle reports from now on. As you can see, I'm also working on some strigoi for my vampire card, so we can zoom in. There we go. So finishing up painting a couple of those as well, which would be quite cool. There you go, that's my entry for the CD Terrain Challenge for Wargaming for Fun. I'll post that up as soon as I've edited it all together. And so here we go.